guys, today let's see that what is port scanning. Okay, so first let's understanding that how port works. So what are the functionality of ports, how service is running on that particular ports. Okay, so let me get start with this. See, before getting start with this ports, okay, first of all we understand that what is ports, what is host, okay, what is service. Okay, so these are the three things before we want to understand that what is ports. Okay, so first let's see we look into services. Okay, so for example we have some different services on websites, kind of HTTP, right, and HTTPS, right. So these are the web services protocols. So these are the web services. Okay, so we also have for the service basis server basis, FTP, file transfer protocol, SSH, secure shell, SMTP. Okay, so these are server based. Okay, we have service based also, server based also. Now this each and every services, okay, need to be communicated with some connections, right? So there should be some mediators between them. For that we call them a host. Okay, so the host is end devices. So which are the host? We can be example like PCs, laptop, okay, then a server, and then we have mobile phones. Okay, so like this we have a different host, whichever the device is connected to the end of the network. Okay, that we call them a host. Okay, or an end devices. To communicate with this we need a ports. Okay, so what is a ports? So to communicate with FTP, okay, or a SSH or a HTTP, we need to connect them together. So we need some connection between them. So that process is made by this port numbers. See, each and every ports having a unique services. Okay, so this is a port number 21 used for file transfer, port number 22 for SSH. Okay, HTTP used for port number 80. So like this, each and every ports have a unique services and unique port numbers. Okay, so the total number of ports, okay, totally we have 65,000, okay, 535. So this number of ports are into network. Okay, but we run the services, okay, on only 1,000 ports. Why? Because the major services, okay, kind of HTTP to HTTPS, okay, and FTPs, this all runs under only the 1,000 ports. We can run more than 1,000, but if it is requirement is there, we can enlarge it, or else we can go with this 1,000 ports. Okay, now how attacker will be finding out this information? Okay, how these ports and services are identifying that? Okay, for that we gonna do the port scanning method. Okay, port scanning, where attacker will be involving with the scanning the services. Okay, so whether it is a HTTP service or a FTP services, attacker will be scanning a specific services using an IP address. Okay, so IP address is an internet addresses for to addressing that where the destination want to be reached, where the servers want to be located. This entire thing be managed by this IP address, right? So attacker want to be take over this IP address to scan the ports or open ports or a closed ports. Okay, so we have so many techniques to scanning for the ports. Okay, like TCP scanning, okay, and UDP scan, and also we have a IDP scan. So we also have fin scan. So there are so many scanning techniques which can help you to identify the open ports and services. So what are the things we want to understand is, we want to understand the three things to how this port scanning happens. It happens by three-way handshake. Okay, three-way handshake. So how this three-way handshake works? So there are some protocols, we call them ICMP protocols, Internet Control Message Protocols. Okay, in this there is a probes also included and the protocol also included. So this helps to transmit the information and receive the informations. Okay, so example C, let me list out the probes. What are the probes? Synchronizations, okay, acknowledgement, RST, ARP, okay, and FEN, TCP, and UDPs. Okay, we have this underlying things are props. This three are protocols. Okay, this helps to transmit informations. Okay, this helps to scan the networks and communicate it to the network devices. Okay, so we're seeing about server and services, right? This packages will be help them to scan or receive the networks. Okay, so now let's see that how the scanning method works. I'm going to use a Nmap which helps to scan the ports and services. Okay, so let me open my VMware and do these things. So I already have my VMware. Okay, so this is my Kali Linux for my penetration testing labs. So this is my Metasploitable 2 machine which I'm going to use it for my testings. Okay, so let me get started over here. Okay, the first steps, it's easy. I want to get this target machine IP address. Okay, for that I'm going to send some packages. Okay, to get my target machine IP address, it's simple. Type sudo net discover. Okay, this helped me to get the all the devices whichever is connected to my own network. I can able to see my devices from this. Okay, so let me wait over here. Let me check whether my VMware is visible. Yes, I can able to identify this is my VMware machine which is connected to my network. Okay, so this is my IP address of my machine. So now what we can do, so let me do the network scanning using a tool called Nmap. So Nmap is a network mapper tool. It's gonna map each and every ports and services. Okay, so let me scan it. Enter. See, now I can able to see what are the ports are open here, what are the services are running here. See, I can able to see the port number and the state, whether it is open or closed, and what are the servers. Okay, and also there is some closed ports. Okay, which it's showing me that this numbers of port is shown. Okay, because it's 197 ports numbers are closed. So this many numbers ports are closed, so I can able to scan only the other networks of like FTPs or an SSH using this open ports. Okay, now let me do some small example that how this port scanning opens and then how we can able to identify the informations of FTPs. Okay, it's simple. Type sudo nmap. Okay, and mention your IP address -a, okay, and -sv. Okay, and type the specific port number. I'm gonna type a port number 21. So it's a FTP port number. So let me type this IP address, right? So if I scan the specific port, I can able to see that there's a port number, right? So there's a services and what kind of exactly version they are using it. So using this version, attacker can able to perform the enumeration attacks to compromise these ports and getting a clear information on these ports and services. Okay, so in an example, if I copy this, if I go to some browser, okay, so let me open this browser and explore it. See, exploit. See, now I can able to see some of the information over on this port which is pre-exiting this. This vulnerability is used for the backdoor execution, where attacker can able to send some malwares to the backdoor and gain the complete access of this machine. So like this, it's completely able to compromised by identifying using open port scannings. Okay, So this how the port scanning performance happen, okay, when you're doing on the network levels. So we can able to identify the ports, routes and services. Okay, so I hope something has been got out from this. Okay, so that's it guys. Thank you for